Welcome back, everybody, to week 16. That's right, week 16 of the NFL picks. Today, it is Wednesday, and tomorrow we have an important game for us 49ers because it's Seattle versus Rams. But before I get to my picks, I got to talk about week 15 because we had some losses that screwed me over, but I did go 10-6 last week. So for the whole year, I'm 155 over 82, so that's pretty good. Only lost 82 of them, but last week I went 10-6. I lost the Buccaneer game. I can't believe they lost to the Falcons. I'm gonna go through this quickly. The Bengals lost to the Ravens. That was surprising. They didn't even score a point. The Patriots lost to the Bills. Now that was a good game. It could have gone either way. But the Patriots losing, I thought they were gonna win. They were in a row. I had the Lions beating the Rams. That didn't happen. The Rams won, unfortunately. The Panthers lost to the Saints. That wasn't supposed to happen. The Panthers were in a row. They needed to win. And the Cowboys, who I would never pick again, lost to the Vikings. What the hell was that about, man? Anyway, so now let's get back to our week 16 picks of the week. We have some Saturday games this week, so we'll start with the Thursday game, which is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Rams at Seattle. And I am picking Seattle. Of course I'm picking Seattle. We need Seattle to win so that we can compete for the number one and then beat Seattle at the end. But we have to do our part and win the next two games. But anyway, more of that in a minute. Eagles versus the Commanders. I am picking the Eagles. The Commanders don't have a good team no more. Everybody's hurt. They're under second string quarterback. And come on, as much as I want the Commanders to win, Eagles are taking it. Green Bay versus the Bears. I have the Bears winning. The Bears will beat the Packers. And yeah, we're going to face them next week. So hopefully we're ready to win. We'll be ready for the damn Bears when they come to our house. It's a little late, so I'm talking all weird. Then we have the Bills versus the Browns. The Bills will win that game. Come on. Do I even have to go into it? Bills will win. Browns are not doing that good. They'll play hard. It might be close. It might not be. Every time I say the Bills are going to go run away with the game, I get screwed. So I'm not going to predict that game. Then we have the Chargers versus the Cowboys. Like I said, I'll never pick the Cowboys again. Chargers are winning no matter what. And I think if the Chargers win or if something happens in the Saturday games, Cowboys are gone. They're done. They're out of the playoffs. Talking about teams that are out of the playoffs, the Chiefs will play the Titans, and I am picking the Chiefs because with Gardner Minshew in there, I still think they're better than the Titans. Then we have the game for the number one contendership of the draft, and that only belongs to the Jets, I think. The Jets versus the Saints. Saints will win this one. They'll beat the Jets easily. Jets are done. So what can I say about the Jets? Hopefully they get number one pick. Jets get number one pick over the Raiders, please. Then we have the Vikings over the Giants. That's what I'm picking. The Vikings over the Giants. Vikings are way better than the Giants. So yeah, another game that probably no one's going to watch unless you're a fan of them. Then we have a good game because it's for the division. Is the Buccaneers versus the Panthers. And I am picking the Panthers. The Buccaneers, for some reason, don't look good. I don't know what happened to Baker Mayfield, but I don't know what happened to their defense. But I am picking the Panthers to win that game. Then we have the Bengals versus the Dolphins. If the Dolphins beat the Bengals, that'll be crazy. Joe Burrow got to step up. They're playing for nothing. Both of these teams are playing for nothing. Bengals will win easily. And that's that. Then we have another good game that could determine the seedings and all that in the AFC. The Jaguars versus the Broncos. And I'm sorry, Broncos fans. And I got to pick the Jaguars on this one. I think the Jaguars have more momentum. Broncos play a slow game. So the Jaguars play a faster game than the Broncos. That's how I determine to win. Simple as that. Then we have a no one cares game between the Falcons and the Cardinals. Yes, only if you're a fan of them, you'll watch them. No implications, no nothing. Falcons will beat the Cardinals. Sorry, Cardinals. You guys are sucked this year. Then we have a good game. game that could be important to us, because if the Lions lose, we clinch a playoff spot no matter what. So I am going for the Steelers this week. Steelers better win. Lions go down. We clinch a playoff spot. We go into the playoffs this year, and then we just got to worry about number one. If we could get the number one pick, the number one pick. What am I talking? The number one seed. If we could get the number one seed in the NFL, and go from there, and the playoffs will run through San Francisco. That'd be great. It's gonna be hard to do though. Anyway, then we got the Raiders versus the Texans. If the Texans cannot beat the Raiders, that's sad. Raiders might get number one in the draft. Hopefully not. I want their downfall all the time. Sorry, Raider fans. But, yeah, Texans are winning. And then we have the Patriots versus the Ravens, which I am picking the Patriots to beat the Ravens because the Ravens are not playing good. Patriots on a roll. I know they lost last week to the Bills. They'll bounce back this week. And that's all our Sunday's games. Then we head to Monday night, which is the Colts versus the 49ers. And I'm a little worried about that game. Not as much as I will be next week and the following week, because we got the Bears and Seattle coming. But if we can win this game on Monday night in Indianapolis, then we got 2 home games in a row. We defend our home court. We win the number one spot. That's all it takes. But for that to happen, Seattle's got to win and Lions got to lose and all that. But if all that falls into place, we should clinch the playoffs this week. And then we could worry about the number one spot in the NFC playoffs. So with that, that was my picks for week 16. Tell me what you picked. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me what I'm going to get wrong. Compare them with me. If you got them right, you got them right. Tell me how I sucked, and we go from there. Thank you guys for subscribing. We're trying to get to 3,000. We're at 285. Keep liking this video. Keep hitting the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in week 17 already when we're in the playoffs. And I'm putting that into existence. Hopefully it comes true. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.